Hello, good morning everybody. Today in this video lecture we are going to study about halides, oxides and oxoacids of 16th group elements. First we take halides. So some important halides are with oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium uh, in form of fluorides. Oxydifluoride first is, second these. This whole table you can see, and some important point related to this table about halides. Oxydifluoride exists, but difluorine oxide does not exist. Why? Because oxygen is less electron active than fluorine, and fluorine is more electron active than oxygen. So fluoride form exists, but with fluorine oxide form does not exist. The compounds of chlorine, bromine and iodine with oxygen are referred as halogen oxides because oxygen is more electronactive than chlorine, bromine and iodide. Sulfur forms four types of halides: monohalides, dihalides, tetrahalides and hexahalides. Selenium and tellurium form fluoride in +6 oxidation state, whereas chloride and bromides in +1, +2 and +1, +4 oxidation state. Important halides of sulfur are, so we have two important halides of sulfur. One is SF4 and second is SF6. So first we take sulfur hexafluoride. So in sulfur hexafluoride, first is preparation. Simple: by burning of sulfur in the steam of fluorine, we get the sulfur hexafluoride. Properties: sulfur hexafluoride is colorless and odorless gas, thermally stable, extremely unreactive with most of chemical reagents. Next is uses. Due to its chemical inertness and dielectric strength, it is used as a gaseous insulator in high voltage generator and switch gears. This is also important reasoning question. Why the SF6 is used as gaseous insulator in high voltage generator and switch gears? Because of its chemical inertness and dielectric strength. This one is its structure. So about this structure, this that we say octahedral structure, and hybridization is sp3d2 of central sulfur atom. Sulfur tetrafluoride, second halide of sulfur, SF4. Simple preparation: by sulfur dichloride and sodium fluoride. When heated together, the sulfur tetrafluoride along with NaCl and sulfur chloride will form. So sulfur tetrafluoride is prepared by this method. Properties: it is highly reactive and is rapidly hydrolyzed by water to form SO2 and HF. So this is also important concept or question. SF4 on hydrolysis gives the formation of mineral acid HF along with the preparation of SO2 gas. This is also for the preparation of SO2 gas. It is used as a fluorinating agent for several organic and inorganic compounds. It can convert carbonyl compounds and in this ketonic and carboxylic group into this form and this form respectively. Structure of the compounds is trigonal pyramidal, but a little bit that is distorted by due to lone pair of electron. So that gives the repulsion and gives the distortion of this angle. In actual, the trigonal pyramidal structure is like this, okay, but that bond is little bit distorted due to lone pair bond pair repulsion. So that's why it is also known as distorted trigonal bipyramidal structure. And hybridization is sp3d, okay, in which one is lone pair and other four are sp3d hybrid orbital and containing an unpaired electron form the sigma bond, okay, and one remain as a lone pair. Next is oxides. So oxides, mainly we have four types: monoxide, dioxide, trioxide, heptoxide. So these are the oxide forms, and about these, first is monoxides. Except selenium, others form the monoxides. Dioxides, all elements forms the dioxides. It is a gas at room temperature. First is SO2 dioxide. Vent structure sp2 hybridization. So you can see in first excited state, after the excitation of this electron to this, and these are the unpaired electrons, and this one is the lone pair. So sp2 hybridization is shown by 3s2 electron and 3p 3 electrons. So in this case, that show, sorry, by s and p 2 electrons. So that's why sp2 hybridization. In these 2 electrons unpaired, these are forms 2 pi, p pi, d pi bonding, and these 2 unpaired electrons form 2 SO sigma bonds. SO 2 sigma bonds. These are 2 sigma bonds, and 2 pi bonds are formed by these unpaired electrons, and this remain as a lone pair. Now about second, third is trioxide. All elements form trioxide except polonium. SO3 in second excited state, after excitation of this electron and these electrons, total unpaired electrons are 6, and in hybridization these S1 and P2 undergoing in hybridization show the sp2 hybridization. In this, these 3 unpaired electrons form SO pi bonds. One is this type and 2 of this type, and these 3 unpaired electrons forms the hybrid orbitals, that forms the sigma bond. Okay, and its structure is triangular planar, or sometimes we also say plane triangular. Next, third one is oxo acids. So sulfur forms the important oxo acids. So first is sulfuric acid. You can see here sulfuric acid. Second is the structure of sulfuric acid. Third is thiosulfuric acid. Thio means in one oxygen there is a one sulfur group is present. Okay, sulfuric and thiosulfuric acid. So here per oxo monosulfuric acid, this is a sulfuric acid and containing one oxygen inside between S and OH. That's why per oxo, this bond we say per oxo monosulfuric acid. Second is by condensation of 2 sulfuric acid with the removal of H2, that we say per oxo disulfuric acid. Okay, and next is this one, condensation with the removal of 2 H2O2 by 2 sulfuric acids, that forms dithionic acid. And last one is the important one, pyrosulfuric acid. By the condensation of 2 sulfuric acid with the removal of water gives the formation of H2S2O7 pyrosulfuric acid. Its common name is oleum. So there are 3 compounds with common name is oleum, second is Marshall acid, and third is Caro acids. So read about these, learn these 3 acids mainly with common names. These are important. So in the last we are taking the anomalous behavior of oxygen and some points related to anomalous behavior of oxygen. So why the oxygen shows the anomalous behavior? Because of 3 reasons. First is due to small size, atomic size, and its second is its high electron activity, and third is the absence of vacant d orbital in its valence shell. Important points of difference. First is physical state. Dioxygen is a gas at room temperature and others are solid. Atomicity, diatomic molecule, all O2 forms the diatomic molecule, oxygen forms the diatomic molecule form, and all others are more complex and polyatomic, for example S8 and selenium 8. Magnetic nature, O2 is paramagnetic but all others are diamagnetic. Hydrogen bonding, due to high electron activity, oxygen is capable of forming hydrogen bonding in compounds like water, alcohols, carboxylic acids, etc. Oxidation states, oxygen show -2 oxidation state in most of the compounds because of more electron activity and unable to exhibit higher positive oxidation state because of absence of weak d orbital, because it cannot excite its paired electrons in the next one, because there is no any vacant d orbital is available. Nature of compounds: the compounds of oxygen are more ionic, thus oxide ion O2 negative ion is very common, but sulfide and selenide and telluride ions are less common. Formation of multiple bonds: oxygen is capable of forming p pi multiple bonds with carbon, nitrogen, etc. Last one is hydrides. The hydride of oxygen, that is water, is a liquid at room temperature, while others halides are gases. So dear students, revise all these, okay, about hydride, halides, oxides and oxoacids, and in next time I am sending the one assignment of questions related to 16th group elements. So till then, bye, take care of your health, have a nice day.